First of all, I want to give a big thank you and shout out to Titi's Empanadas. This episode is brought to you by Titi's Empanadas, Titi's NYC on Instagram. They're opening up a new location right here in New York City in the East Village, coming in April, and they got the one in Williamsburg.
In Williamsburg, yep.
Called Titi's Empanadas. You know, I'm an empanada guy, and they just came over and they delivered.
Blast us.
What was that? Maybe 10 different ones?
10 different ones, but like 30 in total?
Yeah, 10 different types. Like their whole thing is, they're taking the empanada game to a new level.
To a new level. Should we show them? Should we put it on the camera? Or
sure,
make everybody jealous?
I don't know if it'll look good on the camera, but
I mean, Johan,
it is good.
he knows what he's doing. You got it? Yeah, I got it.
It is good.
Wow.
Part of the white arm.
Yeah, thank you.
That's terrible today.
That's
a little bit.
Excuse my fat ass. I ate like 20 of them. Oh.
Yeah, so they had everything from oxtail to, what'd you have? You had a
chopped cheese. Damn.
I had a chicken and mole, I think. Mexican chicken and
the
mole.
red mole.
Yeah, and they had beef. They got pizza.
This one right here is the plantain one. The plantain with beef in there. I'm still enjoying it. Woo!
If you find yourself in the NYC area and you're an empanada aficionado, and I'm from Queens, which that's where the empanadas they take seriously. There's all these other competitors, but this is literally like one of the best empanadas, if not the best that I've had.
I'm in heaven right now.
Yeah, it was really good.
Heaven. Check
them out on Instagram, TT's NYC on Instagram, and if you find yourself in New York, check out their new location, East Village, and opening up in April. This is like a mom and pop. These guys, they came in. These guys are getting it going. You know, so support. You know, you support Chipotle.
You could support.
So support the mole.
Wow.
It was named.
That's a shirt.
Yeah, for sure. It was named one of the top 25 dishes in New York of 2024 by Infatuation.
Yeah, so it's legit. It's legit. Y'all know we wouldn't promote nothing.
Should we tell them what we got coming on?
If it wasn't,
Nah, that's a surprise.
No.
All right. Teaser.
But look out for ththose guys. It's good. They're good people. Which you know we can get right into it. These are like real entrepreneurs. Because I feel like now the word entrepreneur is almost synonymous with unemployed. Right? Like, so people be like, what do you do? I'm an entrepreneur. But what they mean is I stay at home and I'm trying to become an influencer. And then they say they're an entrepreneur.
And I watch YouTube.
Right. But these guys, like they literally, like one of them just loved empanadas and was like, let's start a business. And they opened up one store. And that was successful enough in Brooklyn, in Williamsburg, that led them to opening up another store in the East Village here in New York.
They also have a sister store uptown in Dyckman called Cachapas y Mas. It's the same owners.
Oh, the same owners.
Yeah.
And everyone, if you're from New York and you're Dominican, you know Cachapas y Mas.
Woo!
That was the number one after the club spot
staple
uptown
for years.
Which I guess in a way you could say that I'm an entrepreneur and that I guess I'm my business.
You are.
But I applaud the people who put their money where their mouth is with the stuff they want to do.
Especially brick and mortar.
Yeah, brick and mortar. Like that's you gotta buy stuff. You gotta build. You gotta get a kitchen and shit. I don't know if I would have the confidence to do that.
And you got to pay rent, and you got to pay for electric, and you got to pay for all the ingredients. Yeah,
licenses.
And marketing licenses. Yeah.
And you got to be like, I'm going to sell enough empanadas at $3 a pop to make this a franchise.
And to open up another one.
Yeah. But based on what I tasted, I'm like, it was great. There it is.
Great. No, it was great.
I'm in heaven. Empanada heaven. Yeah. That's a t-shirt.
If you could open up a business, what would you open up?
God, it have to be food?
No. Whatever you think you'd be good at.
Well, you know, I feel like New York has a lot of them, so I'm like, how would I be
Don't say a weed.
What? A smoke shop?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say, like, I would love to open up like a listening bar, like a record listening bar, really good wine.
New York doesn't have a lot of them.
They got a decent amount.
Well, you're Mrs. Nightlife. You know every event space in New York City. You have it.
So what?
I'm saying I don't. Do you know a lot of these?
I know one.
I know one.
Yeah.
The Record Room
in Queens.
Yeah. That's it.
God.
Which one? You know a
Which one
lot.
do you know?
I know a decent amount. Yeah.
Really?
Obviously, you got like High Note in East Village. But my favorite is honestly Eavesdrop in Greenpoint. Sexy date spot. Highly recommend. And their white Negroni is one of the best cocktails I've ever had.
Can you say white Negroni on TV?
They named it
Okay.
Eavesdrop.
Yeah.
Eavesdrop.
I think
Yeah,
we
it was
heard this
designed
on,
by a sound engineer.
By a
the
nosy
music
person.
is perfect, but you can hear your date or whoever you're with
Ooh.
perfectly.
Oh, I've
Did
been
what I
wanting to
said?
go
What?
there. This looks
I said it was designed by a nosy person.
Yeah,
Did I
very.
ever, did I ever
Eavesdrop.
tell
Why
you
you make your money
Yeah.
telling
Yeah.
jokes.
Yeah, sometimes you got to repeat your jokes when the people don't hear it.
Jimmy Fallon? Did I ever tell you my record room story in Miami?
No, please,
I didn't tell it.
no.
It's kind of a little bit not awkward, but it shows that like
This whole
sometimes
podcast is awkward.
you have to.
We just plugged empanadas for 5 minutes.
There you go.
Closer to
We're
seven.
not exactly.
Yeah, but I was in Miami and I was with my lady and we had a great time. It was for her birthday. We went to the spot that had $150 hookah. It was
Oh yeah, I know that
Yeah,
spot.
yeah.
You told me about it.
Yeah, it was a great hookah, but it was also like $150. Like,
Yeah.
that's crazy. But it was also great. And then we went to another party. We went to another spot where it was all record, all vinyl. And I was like almost like a jerk to the doorman. And I didn't realize he was being courteous because I was in New York mode. And you know, when you go out in New York mode in nightlife, if you're not like on the list or you know somebody, you just expect people to be jerks to you. So you out jerk them. That sounds crazy. Pause. But like, he came up and he was so nice and he was just like, "Hey, what's up, brother? Is it you and your lady?" And I'm like, "Yeah, what's up? It is us two." Like thinking that it's a problem. Like Aaron, what's his name? The
Aaron the plumber.
I was
Yeah, you
almost
on your
my-
crash out
Yeah,
there.
it was almost
Yeah.
crash out.
Starting
And-
fights.
Yeah, and in actuality, he was being an absolute gentleman. It was just like, "Hey, you two come to the front of the line, go inside," because it was just us two versus all of these big parties that were in front of us. And he was actually being a gentleman. So we walk inside, and guess who's behind the bar pouring drinks? And
Wait, let me guess. Mick Jagger.
that was close.
What?
Close. Dave Chappelle.
Fire.
What?
Dave Chappelle.
Not far. I wasn't far off.
You weren't far off.
I wasn't far off.
He was behind the bar. I have actually two funny Dave Chappelle stories. That's the first one. So he's behind the bar, and I'm just like, I can't believe I was being an asshole to this guy. And he was just trying to look out and let us cut the line and give us drink tickets to have a good time, basically for free.
Why was he
Fire.
letting you cut the line? Were you wearing your fur?
It was Miami, so no fur.
But I imagine you guys would probably dress nice.
that's what we do.
Sometimes you dress nice at a club, and the club wants people who look nice in it.
In
so
it.
that could move you to the front. Pro tip.
I have a gap tooth. You know what I mean? I have a gap tooth.
Yeah, I was
so-
gonna ask about that.
Yeah. So, I mean, and my hairline's receding, as all of the adulterers clearly like to remind me, but the hater ones. And so to counter that, I have to dress very well. You know, whenever I'm stepping out just to,
I've seen
balance.
it.
See? Just to balance the gap and the
New
hairline.
Balance.
Yes. They're good for your feet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very comfortable.
Our next brand sponsorship.
I have a
we're working on
Chappelle
it.
story. This is like a light one. One time I was on a date. No, I wasn't on a date. I was just hanging out with like a girl. It wasn't a date. We were just hanging out, but we were trying to see, what it, just
We
like
feeling
see
it
what
out.
it is. Like not a big thing.
Okay.
But I was sitting having a drink with her, and Chappelle, we was at the Comedy Cellar, and Chappelle walks in, and he comes in, it's a whole thing, and he comes in and he walks by and gives me like a handshake, and then gives her a handshake, and then keeps it moving. And we weren't that cool. He was just being nice at the time, but she was like, "Wow,
Yeah.
what is your life like?" She wasn't from New York neither, so she was like, "I can't believe this is happening to me right now." And I was like, "Yeah, that's old Davey. I call him Davey. That's old Davey. That's my godfather."
You have to run with that. He basically made you look great.
Which, if I were a celebrity, I would literally see men on dates and go give them hugs.
Yeah.
Like, in order to make sure that, I don't know why more celebrities aren't
Don't
doing
do that.
this.
Give him back $50 and be like, just give him back what you lent me.
Yeah.
You.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
like you. Oh, do you know how great of a
Bro,
guy this
if
guy
I
is?
were a huge celebrity
Oh,
and I saw
man.
you on a date, I will go up to you and compliment you for what you're wearing, and I would ask you how, damn, you like this place too? I love this place. Because sometimes a guy you take her on a date to an Italian restaurant, she hates it.
She hates it.
But if I was a celebrity, I would go up to him and be like, "Oh, this is my favorite restaurant," to show her oh, maybe he did make a good choice.
And-
if it's Ian Chappelle's favorite place.
Yeah. Not only that.
Maybe I can have my own last name in my dream.
There it is. Here's this. It's good. Oh, it's good to see you. How you doing? It's good to see you here again. You know? You just
I wouldn't do that because some dudes are assholes and they might not pick up on it. They might just be like, what? I don't know you. Yeah. Be like, you fool. You don't deserve no.
I'm literally trying to guide you in there.
But I would go up to me and be like, hey man, what, like especially if they recognize me, like I was like a Kevin Hart, be like, hey man, what's up?
Would that be a good show? Celebrity Wingman?
Wow. Wow. That's one of the best ideas I've ever heard in my life. We might need to.
How would it work?
I have no idea. I just thought about the name. I don't know. You guys are the creative ones. You tell jokes for a living.
How would it work?
It's candid camera, and I think the celebrity is a wingman, but he has to wedge in something really specific in every interaction. So maybe he gets like a certain amount of points or something.
Oh, how about this? Hear me out. Somebody writes that they're like struggling with their dating life. Right? Sure. And they were like, hey, you know, blah, 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 blah. I'm taking this girl out and I'm very nervous, this, that, and the third. I really wish I had a celebrity wingman, something like that. Like basically like Santa Claus, but for dating. Mm-hmm. So they write, and then the celebrity is just like, oh, hey, Johan, what's up, man? Oh, this is, I don't know, something like that.
It's got to be a really specific.
I got it.
There you go. See?
I got it.
There you go.
It's like a punked.
Exactly.
But we're not punking the celebrity. What we're doing is, let's say you're like a guy who you've been trying to date this girl or you're really trying to impress this girl and you know she's a fan of Sydney Sweeney. So what we do is we get Sydney Sweeney to come by, we plant you on a date somewhere, and then we get Sydney to go to your date and pretend that you and her are like friends. And then the girl sitting there is like, what? You know Sydney Sweeney? And you're like, yeah. Like,
see, that's my thing about this wingman situation though, is regardless of if it's male, female, or whatever, I'm like, I think the celebrities can't be that hot. Cause then I'm like, if Bradley Cooper is sitting down at my date, I don't really care who I'm sitting across from. I'm like, well, now the whole night's about me looking at Bradley Cooper up close.
I actually know Bradley Cooper. Did I tell you this?
I don't know if you did, but let's talk offline.
I don't know. I don't know him. I'm lying. I don't know him.
Yeah,
I don't know him. But he was. I was with him for like the last like 2-3 weeks because he's doing a movie and they were filming it at the Comedy Cellar.
No, nice. Is he playing a comedian in the movie?
No, he's directing.
Oh, okay.
The guy, the head guy, I forgot his name. He's famous too. He's directing, but he was coming in with Bella Gigi Hadid. Yeah,
you come to me now after me not seeing you for a few weeks.
I didn't know you love Bradley Cooper.
He
looks like he's a cool guy. He's really really cool.
Yeah.
But if you see him, he looks like a normal guy.
No, he doesn't.
Did you cry at A Star Is Born?
What? You don't even go there.
He looks like a normal guy. Like he wears a hat. He has a beard. Like,
he's an Eagles fan.
He's just a nice guy.
Yeah, he
like
told a story recently, but he was taking the subway downtown, and then like somebody pulled a knife on him, and I'm like, yeah, you're not at the level where you can be taking the subway anymore.
Yeah. Did I tell the Jack Harlow story?
No.
Oh, I've been gone for so long.
What's going on, man?
Now you're really bringing up. Like,
yeah, I'm like name dropping.
Yo, you want to crash out?
I'm like name dropping.
Yo, you can.
Did I tell you guys about me fighting Jack Harlow? Yeah.
Oh no. I was at the I forgot because we've been away for so long. So I was recently. You sure I didn't tell this story?
You did not tell the story.
So I was at the Stand, right? The day the week Shane Gillis was hosting Saturday Night Live.
That was a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, a couple weeks ago. So so I'm at the Stand and Shane comes. I hadn't seen Shane in a while, like because Shane moved to Austin, and obviously he's like so famous now. But we used to do spots together all over New York. I knew Shane when he moved to New York. So we was chopping it up or whatever. He's like, yeah, I'm doing SNL this week. I'm like, dope. He's like, oh, when are you going up? I'm like, I'm supposed to go last, but if you want to go and run your set, you can go ahead. He was like, you know what? I'm hanging. You just finish the show. I'll go up after you. I'm like, oh, perfect. Because, once he goes up, the show gets like thrown off the thing because he's so famous. Everybody, loves him. So I go up, I do my shit. I get off stage. He's standing there. He's like, how are they? I'm like, oh, they're good. You're going to like them. He go up there. He does his SNL monologue. It kills. He gets off stage. We start talking about like the bits. I'm like, yeah, I think this bit is going to work. I think that's going to work. He's like, oh, I don't know about this. I'm like, nah, it's cool. But we talking kind of loud. He's like, yo, let's go into the green room. I'm like, all right. So we go into the green room. We sitting there. And again, it's a bunch of comics. We talking about the bits. I'm like, yeah, once you do this, like that's going to rock off at SNL. They're going to love that. Like the audience, they're going to love this. They might not like that, but it's funny. You should still do it. We talking, two white dudes walk in. I didn't know who they were. I thought they was just like friends with Shane. And they kind of start talking to all of us. Like we just start talking. And I'm looking at them and I'm like, this dude looked like Jack Harlow.
Oh.
But I didn't say nothing. I just continued talking. And then like he realizes that he hasn't introduced himself. So he starts introducing us to people and he comes, he's like, hey, what's up? I'm Jack. And I'm like, oh shit, it is Jack Harlow. Which I'm like, I'm a fan of his, but I ain't gonna let him know that. I just said nothing. I was like, nice to meet you. And we got a drink and we ended up hanging out like there. Cause he's like friends with Shane because he's like a fan of Shane's.
What's he?
Shane's a fan of
New York City Nights.
What's he like? Quiet?
Nah, he's like a normal dude. He's like pretty normal.
Okay.
You would love him though. He's
Did he fly in first
what do you
class?
say attractive guy.
Jack?
Yeah.
That's a year of my past.
You gotten over that already?
Yeah, my ex was super into him, so now I'm ecked out. Music era over.
This is a white guy?
Yeah, obviously.
The ex?
From Louisville.
No, oh, that's the
So,
king.
like I'm
From
like
King.
Google?
what?
Louisville.
Oh.
He's the king of Louisville. But he's like a good rapper.
Yeah.
I like his music. But that's crazy. It's crazy the people that I been able to meet, and 95% of the time they're just like regular people.
Yeah.
It's almost as if we could be in the room too, 8 p.m.
I mean, this guy.
Look, and
This guy like casually forgets my number.
What was your favorite empanada?
Oxtail one.
Distracted. Are you hungry?
You know,
They had oxtail empanadas, which I think I had it once before, but it wasn't great. This one was great.
Immaculate.
Like the oxtail was very, I'm gonna get some more like for like my family or something.
Y'all have to stop by for real because I'm still like, wow, this is nuts.
There's nothing like having a really good meal out of nowhere. Free food's amazing.
Blessings.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna hit them up. I'm gonna hit them up at like a family party and order like 100 oxtail empanadas
Oh,
You should.
and bring them.
that'd be fire.
Yeah, because
You know what? Not only that, you just give me an idea. That would be a good random pop up, like a pop up function, not a party or something like that. But like you just say, you know what? I'm gonna have some people over. Let me get a box of 100 oxtail, maybe the chopped cheese, like you're saying. But like,
Done.
boom.
I like that. I like when you got people over, you go into an event, show up with something that is gonna throw people off.
Yeah.
Like everyone bring beer, everyone bring alcohol. That's fine. You could bring all that stuff, people or pizza, whatever. But like, you show up with 100 oxtail empanadas, I feel like people gonna be like, you know what? Invite him to the rest of the event.
Not even that. Not even that.
Make sure he's here for the rest of.
You got somebody named Ian, right? Like somebody named their son Ian. That's how you get naming rights. You show up with 100.
Who named their son Ian?
Did you say an ex?
Oh,
Oh,
I
sorry.
got a story about that too.
Was I not supposed to bring that up?
No, you could. You
Okay,
could.
I'm saying.
I mean, you told it on the pod.
Yeah.
I know, but I got a new story.
Oh, okay,
There's a part two?
Yeah.
Nah, you gotta
Look at
gotta
this.
tell the part two.
Look at this. We even got, if Johan is excited about part 2, we're doing something. Hello.
I went to a gender reveal.
Okay.
My first. You ever been to one?
Kinda. Pseudo.
Yeah. You ever been to one?
Never.
What about you, Johan?
Nah,
With the balloon
not
and
that
the
age
colors
yet.
and the
Yeah, and
Yeah.
the pink, team pink and team blue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk to me.
My cousin, she's having kids. She's having twins.
Oh,
Wow.
nice.
Shout out to her.
Congrats.
Yeah, big
She
shout
got
out.
and she got 2 boys already.
Okay.
So she wanted a girl.
Okay.
So everyone there was like, I hope you get your girl. She already got 2 boys, and she's having twins, and one of them it is half and half.
Oh, split.
That's
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, a boy and a girl. But the boy was first, which it was weird because like they pulled the thing and it was blue, and hearing people be like,
Oh.
I'm like, well, we're still supposed to be
mad.
excited.
Yeah. Still a baby.
And then they were like, well, this is it. And then the next one was pink.
And it was,
And yeah, I feel like if I were, cause how do they, like, I guess everyone does it differently. Some people, they built something, I think, that they pulled and it came out. But some people do like a cake and stuff.
yeah, I've seen
Yeah.
cake, balloons. My homeboy, actually, I'm the godfather. He did a football and he spiked it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And what, it exploded?
It exploded, yeah.
What was in it?
Blue.
I'm saying what was in it though. What was?
like the blue confetti and stuff.
Oh,
One of my best friend's brother, he did a baseball, but he missed, and it just fell on the floor, and that's
Who
how
was
he got
pitching?
revealed.
Michael Clemens?
that's
the girl, the baby mama.
That's anticlimactic.
I know.
Did she play softball or something?
Yeah, she underhanded, and he still missed it. He like swung for the fences and missed it.
Nah, you
That's
can't swing.
terrible.
He's trying to hit a home run.
Yeah,
Right.
That's
You got to make
terrible.
contact.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I feel like if I were like one of these people who set them up, I would just do the wrong thing. Like if I were a bakery, some people put in the cake, they slice the cake, it's blue inside. I would just make it pink. Who cares?
Just playing.
What are they gonna come back after the kid is born and be like, why'd you do
Why'd
that?
you
Do they
do
have
this?
rights to sue, do you think?
What are you suing for?
That's
malpractice.
That's a funny concept for a show, right?
Yeah.
Because imagine you paint your room like, oh my goodness, we're having a
Oh,
girl.
yeah.
You paint it all pink. You got all this girl stuff, and it's just like, hey, it's Leroy. Like, wait,
Well, the person
What?
that gets it sent out to get made would know that it's wrong
How?
because
How do you
they
check?
have the results. Like if let's say like the godmother or godfather is in charge of making the cake and they have the results of what the baby is.
No, but that's not how a lot of people do it. What people do is if they
send
want
it
nobody to know, it'll send directly to the
to the
bakery.
bakery.
Oh, see, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it'll go straight to the bakery. They make it and then no one knows.
I thought it was kind of like
that's good enough to crash out.
So yeah, I would be like, they said it was gonna be a girl. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
And they can't check.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I got girl.
So
You got a boy. I don't know. Maybe transition it because it's supposed to be a girl.
And you know what? I think a lot of people have been going with like neutral colors, you know? So it's just like, just keep it neutral.
yeah.
Green.
Would you
right?
want to know that? Would you want to know your kids?
Birth sex.
Yeah.
Yeah, God, I don't know. What do you guys think?
I'm rolling the dice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm rolling the dice. Let's find out on the day.
On the
Figure
day
it
of?
out. Yeah, let's figure it out then.
No, I think I want to know.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because then you got to get like neutral like colors for like the
keep
whole
it
thing,
neutral. You ever been
like
to
all
LA?
the clothes and stuff.
They don't pick the colors. You just out in LA.
Yeah, I was out in LA. I wanted to talk about this. You ever been catfished by a hotel?
Please expound. Yeah, in Miami actually. But yeah,
I got catfished by a hotel. You know, I try to do my research. I need an assistant. You want to be my assistant?
Dead ass, yes. Let's talk offline. Well,
You're gonna get good experience.
what? Loki, we'll talk
Volunteer.
offline.
I mean, that's good for a resume.
If you show me if you tell me the next time Bradley Cooper comes to the Comedy Cellar, I'll pro bono be your assistant.
I'll introduce you to him, but
That's a good deal.
you're gonna have to fight Gigi off.
Oh,
You could take her though. She's
Yeah.
a skinny girl.
Then, yeah.
You're from the Midwest too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been lifting.
There you
Yeah.
go.
So I looked it up. I got this hotel. I look it up on the internet. I'm on like TripAdvisor and Pornhub. I'm reading all the reviews. And it's talking about like, you know, the reviews are like, you know, good place, whatever, looks good. And the pictures look too good. They honestly was probably AI. It was like AI hotel photos. I'm like, this place is immaculate. It must be one of these new after COVID hotels that care.
That just opened. Yep.
Yeah. And I show up and immediately I see it's not that. To be fair, they were trying. They weren't not trying. Some places are not trying. Like you walk through the hallway, the paint's chipping. You're like,
What do
you're
you
not
mean
trying.
they were trying?
Like they were doing their best.
Yo, you bring up a very good topic. This is incredible.
The hotel was doing their best.
The hotel catfish.
Like it was clean. They were cleaning a lot. You could tell it was a rundown place that was remodeled. You could tell that.
Oh, Jesus.
But it was clean
and
and they were doing their best.
did you see the stars? How many stars did it have?
Well, I looked at TripAdvisor. I think TripAdvisor does out of 10. It was like an 8.5 out of 10.
So that should have been solid.
How many
It
people
should have been
though,
solid.
vote?
A lot.
A lot?
But it was, I would say a realistic rating of it would be
6?
a 7.
7?
7.
Seven's not terrible.
That's 1.5 points lower than what
Yeah.
it's rated.
Did we try the food?
No.
No.
I don't do hotel food.
No, it's too much cheese. It's cooked with cheese. But like, have you ever gotten hotel catfish? That needs to be.
I just said that.
No, in Miami.
I thought you were
sorry.
In Miami?
No, it needs
you were stealing my topic.
No. I'm
Okay.
saying like that needs
I have
to
an
be
idea.
that needs to be like a real topic because. But have you ever gotten hotel catfish in Miami?
Yeah.
because they are catfishing the hell out of people.
I think
Yeah.
I have in Miami actually. Not you did. You don't tell me you did South Beach.
South Beach.
Oh nah,
Yeah.
They're the biggest hotel catfishers in the world.
That's the biggest. South Beach is the biggest proponent of catfish hotels in the world. Because you see them and you're gonna be like, oh, that's the hotel from Scarface.
And it's across the street from the beach.
And it has not been remodeled since Scarface.
Since Scarface.
You can't stay in.
You
You're
can't.
too old to stay in South Beach,
Bro,
man.
and
you
it's
can't stay there no
like,
more.
you know
gotta
how-
go to Wynwood or to Brickell.
It smells like
Bro, prostitutes
humidity.
were murdered in there.
It's crazy.
Where you staying?
It's nuts.
They murdered prostitutes in there,
Bro,
and
it's
you're
nuts.
just like laying in the bed.
just chilling with those infested
Which one did you stay in?
sheets.
Do you remember?
The last time, well,
Because I know there's one that's like balcony or
something like that. But the last time I had stayed on actual South Beach was like the Wave or something like that. It was the Wave
I think
Hotel.
I might have heard of this.
And I was just like, okay, because it's a little bit further off. It's like on 5th.
Okay.
Right?
I know
And
it. Yeah.
you know what I'm talking about? And all of the pictures look nice and they give you the beach towel and they have a pool and it's right across the street from the beach. I'm like, all right, that's not bad.
That's the catfish is they give you like one good image of like a
One
pool and like a
good
clean
image.
beach towel
And then you
rolled up
get in
your
there
leg.
and you smell the prostitute that was murdered and you're like, what just happened?
And they're not cheap.
They're not.
No.
They're like $300 a night hotels.
Yeah.
A night.
I stood in one time. One trip, like I stood in one, and it was like whatever. It was like mid, but it was fine. The location was pretty good, whatever. And then I had to leave that one, and I got I think it was like an Airbnb hotel. Have you heard of these Airbnb hotel places? Where it's like I guess it's an Airbnb, but they Airbnb like the whole thing.
Okay.
So it has like a check-in, it has like a front desk, it has like all this, but it's all Airbnbs.
Interesting.
Bro, the room, it was like an apartment. The apartment was actually good. Like it was like new. But the floor, literally like the floor where you walk to the apartment in, it looked like Home Alone 2.
No.
It was like that type of, like you Lost in New York?
Yeah.
No,
How
no,
the
no,
whole
no, no.
thing is in construction?
Yeah.
That's how it was. Like
No.
it was like, bro, it wasn't like we're painting. It had no floor.
No.
It had no floor. Like the floor was like this. Like like it looked like, I'm telling you, I'm not exaggerating. It was Home Alone Lost in New York. Like the house when the robbers come in the house and all that. That's how it is. That's how it was. And I'm like, what is going on? And I'm like, let me check out the room. I go into the room, the apartment, brand new. Like it looked like they just finished remodeling. I'm like, okay, it looks brand new. Let me ride this out. I got there like after 5, so no one was like there. So I'm like, all right, let me go out. I go out, South Beach, Miami, whatever. We go out, have dinner. We go out a little bit. Come back, go to sleep, wake up, 7 a.m. It's
No.
I emailed the host like, I'm gonna need a fade. I'm gonna need a fade in a real way. In a real way, I'm gonna need to see you, bro. Like
that's when you crash
no,
out.
for real. I was like, win, lose, or draw. I'm gonna need you to pull up on me. We gotta fight.
Snorting.
We gotta fight, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
So they ended up refunding. Like they was like, "Oh, we didn't
told
know.
you.
We didn't know the construction is done." I said, "Don't know that the construction is done. There's no hallway. There's no floor. How you don't know? What do you think? There's no floor." I sent pictures. I'm like,
and she said that with a straight face.
"Yeah." I'm like, "This place is under construction. Like I don't even know how you allow people to stay here."
Crazy. That's like a legit liability.
So I stood there for like 4 days, and they gave me like half off.
I'll take that.
Yeah, that's not bad.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
I have a Miami question specifically for Carmelita because I just thinking about Miami took me back to days of yonder in the
Sure.
past. What do you do if you go on vacation with your girlfriends? Let's say spring break, right? You're on spring break.
They did the
Vacation
cruise.
with your girlfriends, right?
What?
Cruise.
Oh, back in the day? Yeah.
But like, I mean, y'all are sharing a room,
Totally.
right? That's what girls did. They used to do 5, 6 to a room.
Yeah.
Double beds, right?
The women are messy.
Yeah. But all of y'all go to the beach, having fun. One of your homegirls, she's speedy. She meets some guys. And then she
Speedy
goes,
Gonzalez.
yeah. So
her nickname.
she disappears. She's
Mexicans.
Okay. You walk back into the room because the way, spring break would work is you do the beach all day, you go back, you change, and then you go out for the nighttime, right?
Sure.
Right? So this is the in-between time. and you walk back into the room and you see your friend being London bridged by gentleman
What's the
one.
London Bridge?
Please expound.
Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, Eiffel Tower, and they're like high-fiving. What do you do in that situation?
I feel like I think you mind your business.
But you have to use the bathroom.
I think she goes to the bathroom.
Okay.
I think I'm peeing outside.
Okay.
I think you let her. This has happened to me many times.
You seen
Whoa.
the Eiffel Tower?
Walking in.
We gotta
No.
hang out with your friends.
Whoa! They get London bridged?
I'm joking.
No, I'm
No, hook up, a hookup.
Like, yeah, I've
Okay.
walked in on friends like a decent amount of times on like
hookup.
trips like that where it's like, this is just what happened. I literally just laugh out loud and close the door. Now, if this is we call the time in between beach and going out, we call it pre-nap because we're all laying down, but nobody's actually sleeping. Like, it's like we're showered, we're maybe letting our phones charge, we're gossiping. Like, if they're seriously cutting into pre-nap and the hookup is like they're hanging out in there, then I'm going to shoot an embarrassing text and be like, the gentlemen need to exit.
Okay.
But you let them rock. You have to. It's spring break.
Okay.
And what would you do if you were in the situation where you had met a lucky suitor? You'd want them to give you your privacy. You're hanging out outside for a little bit.
Not the London Bridge, though. Not the Eiffel Tower.
I've walked in on some pretty wild shit with my freshman year roommate. She was a troubled young lady.
Yeah?
She got after it?
Tell us about that.
After it.
She got after it.
So I did a random roommate my freshman year because I like wanted to meet new people.
Sure.
Terrible
That's
idea.
a good idea.
What? Terrible idea.
That's worse than Tinder.
She's from Florida and like middle of Florida. So I was like,
Central.
she's
Tampa.
got some
So she's
energy.
a freak.
Yeah. Had a restraining order against her boyfriend
Oh.
who followed her to Indiana.
Oh. Did he drive a pickup truck?
No.
Don't answer that.
But he went all the way to Indiana and couldn't get into the state school I went to, so went to community college. So I was like, I'm picking up notes of bananas.
Stalker vibes.
Yeah. Like I think her kink was me walking in on her doing certain things.
So it happened a lot?
Yeah,
That
like I
was
had
her
to
thing.
have a meeting with my RA, and I was like,
No.
"Yo, if you're gonna bring that back here, literally just text me, and I'll go hang out with my friends."
Why didn't you buy? You could go on Amazon and you could buy one
A
of those
sock?
door things, like a do not disturb
Yeah.
door.
She did this. I tried to take it up with her, and I was like, "Hey, if you're gonna bring a guy back,
Fine.
whatever."
Now, what were you walking into? What were you walking into? What
Yeah,
were you talking?
It's not appropriate.
Offline? Is this
What?
an offline conversation?
Backdoor behavior.
Back.
What do you mean not
actual
appropriate?
backdoor or
What?
like
Not appropriate.
Actual backdoor behavior.
damn
More than once?
Carmen's friends get
Yeah.
down like that? That's
They get-
What?
She was getting busy. Was she like repressed as a child?
I think she's a.
What's she up to now?
Well, I think she voted for Trump the 3 times he was.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know where she is now. I think Chicago.
Is she religious? Is that why she was doing it backdoor? Or?
That's what I'm saying.
No, again, I think that was her specific.
That was her
thing.
thing.
is
Liked it.
me walking in.
How many times before you go to the RA? Like how many?
Yeah,
After
seriously.
2 times, I asked her like the morning after, and I was just like, "Hey, can you text me?" Or I literally said, "Leave a sock on the door."
Something.
I was 18. I didn't know it was like normal.
Yeah.
And then after 4 times, it's
Four
a meeting.
times one
4
semester.
times.
Yeah, in fall semester.
That's
it's a meeting with the
come on.
RA.
How is that possible?
It's a meeting with the
four.
RA.
Were you? I feel like you're
You
responsible
placing the
for
blame
this.
on me.
I think
is-
because it's 4 times. That can't be how. How
and here's
4
my
times?
thing is like I go out. I'm like I'm not in the like I'm
You're not there.
I'm not coming back early almost ever.
Right.
Like you
That's what I'm saying. What was the times that you would catch her?
on the weekends late.
So
Like I don't know how else to, like it's
What
the
did
end
she
of the
say?
night and
What
I'm
was-
stumbling in like wanting to order pizza. And
what
go to
was
bed.
her stance?
Yeah, what did she say?
Yo, adulterers. I don't know why I'm wearing my hat like this, but if you want to see me perform stand-up live, next weekend, the 28th and the 29th, I'm in Rose City Comedy Club in Tyler, Texas. And the weekend of April 10th to the 12th, I'm at Helium in Indianapolis. And I have a bunch of dates that we're adding to the schedule. So if you want to see me live, ianlaralive.com. That's your best bet. Thank you guys for listening. Like and subscribe. Peace.
after the first 2 times, she obviously is like caught in the act embarrassed. And I was like, it's not a big deal. Like it's first semester, live your life. But like, can you let me know? And she's like, absolutely. And then after 2 more times, I mean, the 4th time I caught her, I didn't yell at her, but like I was like, yo, you gotta get out of here to this guy. And I was like, dude, like I don't want to be walking in on this, like blah, blah, blah. And then I went and told my RA and then we had a meeting about it on the Sunday. This is my life. This is my freaking life.
About her promiscuous girl.
On the Lord's Day?
I'm telling you. Yeah.
Did you ever,
was it a different guy?
Well, 3 of the times were the ex-boyfriend.
Okay.
Who she has the restraining order
fair.
on. And then one of them was some dude she must have met.
And was she a pretty girl, attractive girl?
I don't need to answer that.
that answers it.
That answers it. That answers it. Thank you for answering. Thank you.
When is a girl ever shy to call another pretty girl pretty?
Yeah. Thank you. We appreciate that.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, college is a crazy time, man.
Yeah,
especially
man.
about the ones
four times one semester is insane. But back to the vacation thing, I'm not like that's never happened to me. I usually don't like when we go on vacation. I guess only a couple times in my early 20s we went on vacation.
You shared a room.
Well, we shared a room, but I think after a while we just started getting Airbnbs, so everybody had like their own room.
Yeah.
It wasn't like
I'm at a point like I think once you hit late 20s, I'm like,
I'm getting my own room.
Or 1 max. Like I'll like sleep with a girlfriend and like whatever, but I'm not doing 4 people in a bedroom. That's crazy making.
No. If it's
four in a bedroom now is
nuts.
crazy.
That's out of control.
I think the last time I probably even had 2 in a bedroom when just a couple years ago in Miami when we went like 2022, I think we went to go see the World Baseball Classic, and I had gotten a room with 2 beds, and my boy just happened to be in town, and he hadn't gotten a room, and I was like, yo,
and those
are so weird about that.
Those situations that can fly if it's like an emergency, like you know what?
And he's got a girl. We wasn't bringing girls back, like.
But 2 boys are never gonna share a king bed. I'm like, that's one of the greatest pleasures of life is sharing a king bed with your girlie. Like I like love sharing a king bed with my friends.
I mean, we'll do it if it in a context of like. We got wasted drunk and couldn't get back to the.
You don't want to like face mask, glass of wine, put a show on.
I've slept
share secrets.
I've slept on the floor. I've slept on.
Why are boys so weird about that?
I've done it with like my cousin.
Yeah, your
with like my
family.
cousin.
But I'll sleep in the closet. Like it's all good. I
don't know about.
I'll sleep in the chair. Like I've done
going
this
in the
a lot.
closet is crazy.
Yeah, if someone's snoring, I'll closet it. I woke up on my birthday this year in a closet.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Were you twisted?
No, somebody was snoring too loud, and I was over it.
Yeah, I don't love a snorer.
No, unless they're significant. Nah.
Damn. So I think because you a big dude, you take up a lot.
I take up all the space.
So maybe like a California king.
Yeah, for sure.
I would just sleep on the floor at that point.
You guys, why can we get to the bottom of this? Because I'm like, why do guys get so weird about that? Because I'm like, you're not touching anybody.
I don't think guys are that weird about it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I saw this. I don't remember who did it, but somebody did a joke where they were like, they lay down on the same bed with another guy, and the other guy put a pillow in between them, and they were like, what's a pillow going to do? Like if I really wanted to
that's
like,
Andrew, that's Schultz.
Did Schultz do that?
Yeah, that's Schultz.
He's like, if I really wanted to you, he's like, a pillow's not going to do
that's
anything.
That's a classic boy move, is a pillow.
That would.
Or head to toe.
Yeah, you can't sleep with, share a bed and you're ass to.
Yeah, exactly. You're not spooning with your homeboy.
Yeah, but if it's space, I don't know. It's not weird. I don't be thinking any of my boys is gay.
No, it's not even about that. It's just like for me, it's personal space and like
that's not happening if we plan it.
Okay.
I'm saying in a event of like it just ended up. We didn't plan this. This is just where the night took us.
No.
Bro, sometimes you out with your boys, you get into some crazy. You sleep on a park bench.
That's what I'm saying. That's true. But I've also seen like that's where you see the competitiveness of men come out, where it's just like the most aggressive games of rock paper scissors happen, where it's just one bed and it's for the bed versus the floor.
And again,
like
I'm like,
I've seen Aaron the plumber crash out over the rock paper scissors games. Yeah, for sure.
I would like if we fit. Like I'm not gonna be cuddling, but if we fit, I would just be like
saying.
Yeah, like we sleep head to toe. Usually in that type of event,
head to toe is actually the move. You're right.
Yeah, you sleep head to toe, and in that type of event, you're not gonna get a full night rest anyway. Like you probably just trying to get a quick nap for a couple hours before you go on to your next.
I'm back on board.
It is.
I'm taking the comforter. I take the pillow. I'm on the floor. Wake me up.
I
2
like
hours.
stay having sleepovers. Like to
That's
this
a woman
day.
thing.
What? Yeah.
That's
Like I
definitely a
literally
woman
slept
thing.
over at my friend's house on Friday.
You ever make out?
Whoa.
No, but she's got a
Whoa.
wild. Yeah, she's
A wild what?
she's just very
Free?
touchy in the middle of the night. Like she doesn't know she's doing it, but I'm like, I'm
What?
not trying to. I'm not trying.
See,
to.
that's crazy.
See?
What?
That's crazy.
She's a closeted
But
toucher.
she's like bestie. Like it's not.
But still, but she's a closeted
Voyager.
toucher.
I know, but I'm also like, so what?
She's a
We're best
sleep-
friends.
Your
Who
girl.
She's a sleep
cares?
toucher.
What? Yeah.
She's a sleep toucher.
I'll wake up and be like, bitch.
Have you ever slept in the girl with a in the bed with a platonic woman friend?
Yeah.
Bro, I was literally about to bring that up.
Many times.
There we go.
Well, yeah, and I hate when like, well, this goes into one of my advice questions, but
Here you go.
like I have a best guy friend, never been romantic. Just we're literally just not each other's types, but we're tight AF.
He's white.
What? He's white. What? Oh my god.
No, you said you're
This
not each
narrative,
other's type. I'm painting a picture of who he
Oh
is.
my god. I can't.
Can we get the
I wasn't wrong.
no?
I can't with this. But anyway, he like what we'll travel together, and like if we're just the two of us on a trip and we're sleeping in the same bed, he's immediately putting pillows up.
Respect.
I'm like, what? I don't get that though.
respect.
I'm like, what do you think? You think I can't control myself?
No.
Well,
Once
sometimes
you
you do
bed-
stuff.
What if
Yeah.
he can't
Sometimes
control
you do
himself?
stuff when you're half asleep that you
Exactly.
don't want to do.
What if he likes to grab boobs in the middle of the night?
I just don't think.
Yeah,
it's
no,
an
I'm not
issue.
gonna lie. I slept on the same bed as one of my platonic friends as a girl.
You spooned?
And in the middle of the night, I ended up spooning with
You
her.
spoon.
Oh,
Yeah.
But that's
cute.
That's okay
No,
though, right?
yeah.
Is that crazy?
It's not.
Is that wrong? Is that so wrong? What
No,
does she
but
feel
it-
about it?
How did I feel about it?
What does she feel about it?
Spooning complicates it.
I don't think we ever talked about it.
She didn't
Are you
stop
still
you.
friends?
Is she in Arizona?
Yeah.
Are you
Yes
still
and
friends?
yes.
Johan, this might be your wife.
Are you
Oh,
still
no.
best friends?
No,
I've
it
slept in the
can't be
bed.
my wife.
I've
No.
slept in the bed with a platonic friend, and I put up the barriers, and I treated her like a guy, back to back, like cousin days. I'm like, no.
See, your
attractive?
mind
Yes.
knows that it's not a guy, so you're like,
That's why I put up the barrier.
Yeah,
you know
see,
what?
you're right.
I'm sleeping on top of the
Damn.
covers.
It's like I'm like now you're making
Those
it weird.
pillows
Like I
too.
wasn't
No,
even
no,
thinking
that's
about
been
it.
that's the highest level of respect.
what are we thinking?
Johan,
No, the spoon that was
Johan,
never talked about.
you what was she? What is she sleeping?
What was she sleeping?
Like her sleep attire.
Like sweats and a shirt.
Okay.
Oh, so she was dressed. She was
Yeah.
fully dressed.
Oh yeah, we're
So you
we're
got
not
a little
butt-ass-
hug. That ain't nothing.
We're not. Yeah, we're not.
That ain't nothing.
Butt cheeks out.
That's
Among
waking up the
friends?
next morning and I'm texting my friends, being like, I don't know what happened. I would freak out about that.
If
I
your
would never
platonic
spoon
friend
with this
like
guy.
spooned, what would you do? Would you like? Well, how would you get him off of you if he ended up doing it? Like, would you wake up and be like, "Get off of me"?
I think I'm just rolling over. I'm not.
Oh,
even
you're, like,
engaging
getting
with
on-
him if
like,
I'm
you're
not trying
okay.
to go there. But
I
if
think-
yeah,
I think the hotter whichever party is, the more distance you got to put. Nah, you're sleeping on the couch.
maybe that's why he's putting them. Maybe it's a compliment to me.
That's what.
But
it
I'm
is.
always with Jack. I'm literally always like, it's not.
That's what it is. He respects the friendship. He's not crossing that barrier. You know what? Enjoy.
Yeah, because now what happens when you actually start bringing somebody around? Like this
Well,
is
this
my
goes
this
into
is
my
my
topic,
like
is
yeah, this is my situation.
His
now.
girlfriend hates you.
Oh my god, it's so bad.
Whoa.
Damn.
It's really bad.
Yeah,
to
because
the
you
point
gotta
where I was
tell,
just
right?
not
You gotta
invited to
tell
a
us.
wedding because
Damn.
Uninvited or not invited?
not invited. Like
How long
I'm
ago
the
was this,
only
though?
person not. I literally, he and I are currently not on good terms.
But like, how long ago did you guys like
Yeah,
sleep
what's
on the same bed?
we slept in the same bed in Mexico City.
Oh shit! so
2
it was
weeks ago.
recently.
But again, it's like there's nothing happening.
That's why the beef is
There's a lot.
Beef empanadas.
legit. Shout
Yeah,
out to
that's
TT's
that's
NYC.
that's like
What's up,
To
Keith?
me, I take it as an insult because I'm like, I've met this person many times and she knows me, and I'm like, we're doing this out for economic reasons. Like, I'm not.
That's not really an insult. Take
Were
it
there
as
other people in the
take it
room?
as a yeah. You think I could steal your man?
yeah. Were there other people
I'm
in the
not
room?
trying to steal.
You not.
girl.
That's even better. Like
No, but there were
I
other
don't
people
even
in
want
the
your man.
Airbnb.
That's crazy. I don't even want your
Got
man.
it. Were there other guys, or was he the only one?
Yeah, there were other guys there.
Yeah, that one might be a little tough.
Wait, where was she? Hold on. Let's backtrack. So you're there for work or for vacay? This is the friends that came afterwards, right? When you were doing Michelin star hopping?
Yeah, I was there. I was having fun. I was working, but I was.
But you were there before, and then they came to meet you.
Yeah.
And where the hell was she?
Not sure, but she wasn't on the trip. But to me, that's not sketchy. Like, this is a group that's traveled. See, you guys are now turning on me because I'm like, this is just a group of ours that's traveled together a bunch throughout the years. Like, we all studied abroad together. Like, we all have history going on trips. Like,
no, I believe you. I wouldn't be worried at all. I mean, he's a white guy. I know you're not into him, but I get why the girlfriend is upset.
Right. That's what I'm like, especially if there was other guys at the house, like they could have very well done head to toe. Sorry, Carmen, but
no, okay.
I'm just saying it from her.
Head to toe, you don't gotta do head to toe. You're adults.
No, I'm saying like the other guy, like have one of the other guys sleep.
Nah,
with
but
the
in this
other
situation,
dude.
like, well, I guess now it's different because we're older. My friend is married, but like, if it were my best friend, we might do the same thing at that time. We might do the same thing.
It was literally just out of
We know-
like
like,
who
we don't
got
do- we
home
don't-
from the club at what time and what bed. Like, we were all playing. Like, I didn't sleep with him oh my God. I didn't sleep in the same bed as him every night. It was just what had happened.
What about the reverse? Like, what if it was your fiance?
Carmen, I don't trust you and I don't trust him. I'm gonna be honest with you guys.
What if it was your
I'm on the
fiance?
girlfriend side.
Okay.
We should bring her on the pod.
We're being objective. What if it was your fiance and he was
Not a fiance. But
or boyfriend?
I thought
I
they were
think my
married.
thing
Look at
is
her,
I'm
you
just, like,
downgraded
I've
her.
known him, like, he like knows my family. Like, I know his
That's
family.
worse.
Like,
That's
I thought
worse.
you said
to
they
me,
were getting
he's-
married.
What?
Like
I thought you said
brother?
they were getting married.
At a what? Like, it's like a group friend.
Oh.
Wait, so the
shit.
third party didn't invite you because you slept on the same bed with
That's
him?
crazy. Yeah,
That's crazy.
That's crazy. I thought she
that's
didn't
not even
invite
on
you.
her.
That's not on her.
And again, if you know me and this guy, it's like when
You
I
know
tell you
that it's a
the
brother-
sexual tension is
Zero.
in the basement. Like,
That
it's-
happens.
yeah.
That's true.
Fair
That,
enough.
that really does happen.
What?
Like zero sexual
To the
tension.
point
Yeah,
where
yeah.
like we've wingmanned each other. Like,
other.
it's just.
It sounds like he got 0-2 for you, right? Because he put the thing in the pillow and all that stuff.
Oh, I think that was like that's out of respect. I think,
So
but
it's like a mutual zero sexual tension.
it's just not even on the table. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah.
Here's the question. This is the question.
Watch
I
out, end
always,
up getting married.
That's what I was gonna say. The question I always ask. It's not on the table for you,
Yeah.
but if you had decided to put it on the table, would he take it off the table?
Sometimes you gotta,
Absolutely.
wait. Yeah.
He would take it off the table.
No, I mean like,
Oh.
would he put you on the table? Like,
No, he would take it off. He wouldn't do it.
Wait, what's on the table and what's off?
you on the table.
If you were to, if you offered to him to hook up, he wouldn't do it.
Oh, absolutely
How
not.
do
As
you
a
know?
matter of fact, I think he's buying a flight. Like, that would no.
Okay.
no.
All right.
If you're this
And,
sure,
and
man.
if it was the reverse and he tried to make a pass at me, I would freak out.
I don't think he would
Yeah.
ever make a pass.
What if he pulled a Johan and in the middle of the night started touching you and cuddling up like a pervert,
I'm calling the police.
rubbing up on you
Oh, you're in a thigh.
with
All right,
his
we
They
gotta change
insisted.
topic.
with his jeans.
That's what I want.
Johan,
Anyway.
I know you know your thing. No, I don't think you should be uninvited to the wedding.
I think
No,
it's just a
that's
hard.
crazy.
I think
No,
it's just
that's
a hard thing that like
How much time have you spent with her? Like, does she doesn't?
they've
She probably
stayed at my apartment. Like, I've offered them my bed. Like,
Oh.
I'm like that's like they've slept in my bed and I've slept on the couch.
How did she find out?
I don't know if it's the specific bed situation or what's going on, but after this trip, things have deteriorated.
Oh, but you don't know if that's what it is.
and then
No.
Has
Oh,
anyone else
you know it
confirmed
could be
it, though?
something else.
yeah,
Yeah.
it could be so like totally on them.
I don't know. But anyway, yeah.
So you're just speculating, or has anyone confirmed it? Like, what do you like? Like, have any of your
No,
other
like
friends told you?
I when I realized I wasn't invited to the wedding, I was like, this is weird. Like, this is like I'm the only person in our friend group not invited. Like, and I'm
This is why you need us. They just saved you a ton of money. It's not weird. It's a compliment. You're at that.
They just saved you anywhere from $2,000 to $5,000.
$1,000.
you're right.
We are your Mr. Miyagi's. Take that as a compliment.
Do they
I'll be
listen
in
to
the
the pod?
What?
Do they listen to the pod?
I don't think so.
never
Because you.
Are we like your dirty secret? Like, do you
girl-
not
Yeah.
tell people? Yeah.
Some of my friends know.
That's
I only
awesome.
put on my friends who I think would like it.
Okay.
Really?
That's
What do you
awesome.
say?
We're like the dirty
How
secret.
do you sell it?
Well, my friend who I brought to your taping was like, "Oh my god!" and then she's gotten all of her girlfriends to listen.
Oh, really? They listen?
Yeah,
We're big in the girlfriend world, man.
What did you say? What did you say to her?
I brought her to your taping, and then she saw 8 p.m. rolling in the fur and was like, "Holy fun coworkers alert!" And then I was like, She called him with a question.
But do they know? Do they know that you talk on it?
Like you're on the show.
They think it's fun. My friend Liz laughs her ass off whenever you make comments about my dating preferences. Because she's like, this narrative, this is insane.
I never make comments on your dating thing. What is she talking about? I never do that.
One of my theories is, what if they listened through to the pod and got through the grapevine that you talk about how expensive weddings are, and so that's why they didn't invite you.
Totally.
Maybe.
Okay. No, I'm telling you, you know when something's up, and something's up.
Women think that. Women swear by their intuition.
Yeah. Anyway, I have
the intuition be right sometimes, but it be wrong a lot.
Like Sex
y'all
Panther.
y'all always forget when it's wrong.
Yeah.
Y'all just remember that one time
that it was right.
You was right. Yeah.
And only like 80% right.
Yeah.
I have a random tangent speaking about, because that was like a conspiracy theory. Like, so they listen to the podcast and they know that she doesn't want to pay for weddings, so then that's why they didn't invite her. That's kind of like a conspiracy theory. But you know, as the resident conspiracy theorist, what's interesting when you watch conspiracy theory videos on Instagram is when they like still hit you with like, or not on Instagram, on YouTube, and they'll still hit you with the like and subscribe. It's just like, so you're a conspiracy theorist, but you're still run by the algorithms. You know what I mean? Like when you start looking at things about aliens and stuff, but they're like and subscribe. Like,
yeah,
you already have aliens. You don't need me. You don't need me to participate on your algorithm. Like, you should know this already.
Because everybody's trying to catch a profit.
That's a Fendi.
Speaking of conspiracy, I was out in LA. I went into a crystal store. Have you been into these?
Like crystal.
I've been to a crystal store before, but I never bought anything.
Yeah, they sell like crystals.
Did you get healed?
No. I walked in and immediately they were like, Grand Rising. And I was like, I'm out of here. I'm not doing this shit. Yeah. I was like, all right, I'm done. It was like, how's the universe treating you today? I was like, I can't do this. I'm leaving. I'll go to Starbucks.
Have you guys ever done like yoga?
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
God,
I've never done.
I have.
No.
My chakras.
I was going to say, that is something that is actually very
difficult.
Centering. Well, yeah, difficult, but like genuinely makes you feel like you're in a different planet.
Yeah, but also makes you feel like a bitch. At least for me, in the sense of like, I have no core strength. My shoulders are shaking. Like all this muscles is just like, that shit don't work in yoga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to be flexible.
And like have actual tightness in your core and stuff. I'm over there trying to downward dog and fucking falling in my face. Yeah, like,
since you brought up the crystal shop, one time, this is a pretty embarrassing story. So, I mean, we're towards the end of the episode. So if you're still this far into it, like, you're welcome. But
this is what we live for.
There's one time I went to a crystal shop and I bought this thing that was shaped like an egg, right? And
Pository?
What?
Nothing.
So then I took it home, whatever. I was doing like research on it or whatever. I like searched it up on Google. And it just so happened that this egg is used, girls use it to put it in their vaginas. It's called a yoni egg. And I was like, this doesn't feel right.
Where's the egg now?
In Arizona in a box somewhere.
Oh, all right, good.
I
didn't know, because you said this is very embarrassing. I didn't know where the story was headed.
Oh, no.
That's why I had to ask.
That's the end of the story.
Okay. I didn't know there's crystals for the vag.
Apparently.
What does it do?
It's a lot you can throw up there.
That's where my research ended.
You gotta get that energy.
It's like a storage facility.
Yeah, seriously.
You put like winter clothes in there.
Seriously.
That'll like, save it for
A
you.
scarf.
Crystal legs.
All right, I gotta run, guys.
Man.
What we at in time?
56, man.
All right, this is gonna be a quick, a little shorter one, but I gotta run. I got a spot. Thank you guys for listening
This was so much fun.
to volume 103. Please continue to like and tune in every week. We got a lot of exciting stuff coming. I think we're gonna have some guests come by and more people giving us free stuff. Check out Titi's NYC on Instagram.
Shout out.
Get an empanada from them. And thank you guys. Thank you guys for listening. Adulthood Pod,
Big
8 p.m. Carmen
Nate.
Van Diego, Johan de
Kiki.
Zohan, Ian the King Lara.
Crash out King.
Bye.